Hello everybody, I'm Alfred, and I'd like to talk about the jailbreak in Koggi State at the Kaba Correctional Facility. Over 240 inmates have escaped or were released. Now, this has become common in Nigeria, and of course it's because Buhari's concern is in trying to persecute Igbos and look for Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho. That is his concern. He ignores the Boko Haram issue, and he has used the media to make it such that anytime Boko Haram or a Muslim extremist group does something in Nigeria, they are referred to as bandits or gunmen. He refuses to use the term Boko Haram or Fulani, and because he is Fulani and he supports their move, that is why he's silent about it. It is obvious that he's the one key singular reason for all this nonsense. But let us look at these kinds of things. Why are these people always going towards prisons and releasing inmates? A lot of these inmates, they have nowhere to go. Understand that it is a matter of people, Boko Haram folks going to prisons, killing the cops, and then setting the prisoners so-called free. Those prisoners are going to join the Boko Haram. So it's the creation of an army using inmates and prisoners and murderers. Of course, a lot of those people have nowhere to go. They can return to their families because, everybody knows, and the police might say, let me check that place out. So they are not going to their families. When it comes to traveling and leaving the country, they cannot leave the country via illegal routes because they already have their documents. The correctional facility already have their documents and their records, so they are wanted and they are listed, so they will just be submitting themselves to the authorities. So what is there for them? All these people that have been released, and why have they not been caught? That means that in the bushes and in the forest and in whatever locations, there is a raising up of an army. And what is that army for? This is something that is just common sense. And, if nothing is done regarding this army that is being built, not to mention the extremists who are getting recruited from the radical Muslim teachings, that then those who are coming from other countries into Nigeria that also have the Sharia ideology, then now these inmates and these criminals, because a lot of these people, they will follow their captors. They are in a sense captors of the people who so-called set them free. So it's like now your criminal activity now has to be within this. Understand that as they are leaving those prisons, they are not living with guns or anything. It is kind of like, in a sense, you could say the kidnapping of prisoners. So that they can be indoctrinated and put into a whole new process where they can be used to carry out more criminal activities. And when you look at this is the creation of a huge cartel because this is organized. And then there is the matter of why is the Nigerian police so weak? Anything can be attacked. When it comes to schools, they raid schools, kidnap students. They raid military bases, kidnap the generals. They raid prisons and get all the prisoners out. So the reality of the matter is that the structure of Nigeria, when it comes to basically everything that has to do with the government, from the police up, to the president, nothing works. There is a great dysfunction. There is incompetence in every layer. There is corruption. There is just all around incompetence. And this is something that if it is not addressed quickly, it will be taken advantage of, because whoever is controlling all of this, of course, Buhari in his own part, is playing a part and is a great supporter, even though he is not intelligent enough to be the key person or, be one of the key heads of the cartel that is really structuring all this. But this is strategic. This is a building of a very violent army. You know, now I have said that if God is leading you to leave Nigeria, I advise you to pray about it and leave Nigeria, because the current government is actually setting Nigeria up to become the next Afghanistan. And the leadership, if you are to stay in Nigeria, or for the meantime while you are here, you have to do something to influence the politics and change the status quo, and also bring forth truth, because it is only disaster that awaits. You cannot head in the wrong direction and expect paradise to be at the other end of your journey. It is not going to happen. So there's so much change that needs to be done when it comes to, you know, so many things. You know, that being said, I have made many videos talking about, you know, how to tackle the security. You can look at them. You know, the funny thing is that nobody, you know, when it comes to the government doesn't act on it, because the government is a part of this system, and the government doesn't care. This Buhari administration have done so many things to cripple Nigerians, to show that he doesn't care about Nigerians. When you look at how he has handled everything, look at with his banning of Twitter, a lot of Nigerians do business on Twitter, and it has cost Nigerians millions in revenue, because a lot of Nigerians, the advertising they do for their business is via Twitter or Facebook. Now that Twitter is banned, even if you use a VPN, a lot of Nigerians are not going to use a VPN, because VPNs take more data. And and apart from that, many Nigerians will still not want to use a VPN. But, you know, all that business, what has happened? The Buhari administration doesn't care. Look at cryptocurrency. A lot of Nigerians, you know, it was a way of stabilizing the financial states of many Nigerians on an international scale, because the naira keeps dropping, you know. But what happens to cryptocurrency? The Buhari administration bans it. Look at Patreon, where young people who are creative, who do things, you know, perhaps they make YouTube videos, they draw arts, they do all kinds of things, or even churches, that they have a Patreon account. Patreon was banned along with Twitter. And this is something that many people don't know. Many people in Nigeria don't know. You now have to use a VPN to access Patreon. For you to access Patreon, you have to use a VPN. A lot of key ways of making money that the everyday Nigerian people have access to when it comes to the international markets, Buhari has shut it down. And look at PayPal, for example. PayPal allows Nigerians to make payments but not receive payments. Isn't that criminal? You know, why hasn't the government and, you know, the CBN, the central banking, you know, the Central Bank of Nigeria, why haven't they raised up these kinds of matters? Because imagine if Nigerians were able to receive payment. When you look at the people who are talking about Yahoo, that Nigerians are doing Yahoo, if there were legitimate ways, more legitimate ways of making money in Nigeria online, you know, using getting PayPal payments and all of that, that is what Nigerians should be doing. Nigeria, how many Nigerians really do you think have the time to be sending emails? You know, do you know how many emails you have to send to somebody to scam that person? It has to be like, sometimes a lot of these emails where, you know, a woman in America sends somebody in Nigeria money, that's sending back and forth of email took a lot of times, 1 year, 2 years of them chatting, and a lot of deceit in between. That is so much hard work. There are so many easier ways to make money. If all those ways were not being blocked by the Buhari administration and previous administration, you know, people were opening things up, you know, challenging things like PayPal, like, look, rather than going at Twitter, go at PayPal. Why is it that a Nigerian can spend money and buy things from other countries with PayPal, but a Nigerian cannot be sent money via PayPal? And the same thing goes with a lot of the online services. A lot of payment services online do not allow Nigerians to receive payments, but Nigerians can make payments. Why is that? What kind of strategy is that? They want Nigerians to be poor. Such things should be challenged and, you know, brought up front. You know, and thanks to things like BVN, you know, and all of that, you know, you can really trace fraud in the cases that it might happen. And understand that fraud happens in every country. Why does some international communities want to single out Nigeria and act like Nigerians are corrupt and all of that? You know, a lot of the scams that are now on are done by people in US or India, not even Nigeria. You know, but Nigerians keep on being persecuted, you know, and the government is actually the worst when it comes to persecuting Nigerians. So all these things, you know, need to be addressed and challenged. You know, obviously we can write letters to our representatives, we can run for office, we can select people and, you know, get active in politics, especially as the body of Christ. Because if we do not do it, no one else will do it. You know, that being said, check out alfred.vip for more. Thank you and God bless you.